To get started, I would first like to introduce to you Kathy Philpott, who is the chair of the Ottawa Catholic Schools Parents Association.
Donc, j'aimerais inviter Madame Kathy Philpott, qui est du représentant de l'Association de parents du Conseil catholique anglophone.
Good evening and welcome. It's really great to see such a great turnout, and congratulations to the organizing team for putting this event together. I know organizing things isn't easy, and to have a turnout like this, you know, sometimes people are going to be talking about closing a school or canceling a bus before we get this many parents in a room. It's great that you've come out here tonight in support of your child. As they said, I'm the chair of the Catholic School Parent Association. You might think of us as the school council for the Catholic School Board. We're a group of volunteer parents. We have an opportunity to learn about education, to be part of committees on our board, to have a parent voice, and to share that information with you. We do that through a newsletter, through our website. Our funding comes from the Ministry of Education, which we believe means that it's open to any parents who are interested. So regardless of what school board you choose, you're welcome to join our email list. You're welcome to come to our events. Research has shown that our children are more successful in school when we are involved, and you've never heard that before. You're going to hear it over and over again. That's why the Ministry of Education provides funding to school parent involvement committees to run events for parents, because when we understand education, we can help our child do better in school. And when they put money behind it, you know they're pretty convinced of it. So how do we become involved parents? What does that mean? Well, a parent who tonight is sitting home working with their child on their homework, making sure what they need for tomorrow, they're an involved parent. And that's the really, really big part that's most important. You could be an involved parent by volunteering in your school. Maybe you work full-time and you can only do one thing. Maybe it's an evening, maybe it's going on a school field trip. It's a great opportunity to get to learn what it's like, see your child with other children. Or maybe you'll go to parent meetings. I'd encourage you to always try to go to a school council meeting, learn a little bit about what it's like, what happens. But think about it. There's many ways you can be involved. Another really important factor is setting the bar high for your child. Have high but reasonable expectations for success. Let them know that school is important, because it is. And when we value education, and when they see that we value education, they're going to feel it's more important to them. And that's really what we want, right? We want them to be successful. What's your definition of success? I don't think it means that they're all going to be astronauts like Chris Hadfield or a great hockey player like Sidney Crosby. Gee, I hope my kids have friends. I hope they can work with people and get along. I hope that they find things in life that they really enjoy, and that they find a career path that they love, that someone will pay them to do that legally. I hope that they'll take care of me in my old age, and I hope they'll contribute to society. How do we choose a school? There's so many choices out there. Is it English? Is it French? Is it French immersion? Is it public or separate board? Maybe it's private for some people. And then there's all those reports, the Fraser report, the EQAO scores. How's a parent supposed to know? I don't think that everything that really matters is measured. And I don't think that everything that is measured really matters. Really think about your neighborhood school. Their friends are going to be so much more important every year to them. And if they're close to them, it's so much easier on them and on us. We're the ones who have to get them to their friends. And when they start doing group projects and they have to get together, who's getting them there? It's us. Look for a school that's welcoming to parents, that's welcoming to your child. Contact the school and see if you can have a tour. Don't call them at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. Don't call 9 o'clock any morning, really. Wait till mid-morning or mid-afternoon when they have a bit more time to talk to you. Set up a time to go visit. When you've chosen a school, go and check out the playground with your child. Go play there in the afternoon, after school is over, or the evening or the weekend. Peek in the windows. Talk to them about what might happen in there, about having fun. Help them get comfortable. And when you've chosen your school, remember how you came out tonight, and go out to meet the teacher night. Go out to events in the school. And maybe that school that you've chosen has an event coming up this spring that you could take your child to and help them already become comfortable. Walk the route to school if you're walking. Take them to the bus familiarization day. Talk to them about the school bus and riding the bus. Remember that not every school just like every parent or every teacher, is perfect. And actually, we don't want it to be perfect. We want it to be a good place for them to learn, but we want them to face challenges. We want them to learn to figure out how to overcome them, to be the strong and resilient people that we know they need to be today in society. Communication is the key thing. Communicating with your child, communicating with your teacher. If something's going on at home, let your teacher know. If your child is facing a particular challenge, or maybe they have a diagnosis of some sort before they start school, then let them know so that the school can help better prepare and welcome your child. Because that's really what you want. You want them to feel good about where they're going. How can parental involvement make a difference over the next 7 or 8 months? Because they're not going until September. So what can we do now? Well, think about some of the really important things. Have they had an eye exam yet? They should have one. You can't tell when they can't see. My daughter was blind as a bat. I didn't know. Neither did her teacher. It's free. Call your eye doctor this week, make an appointment, go and get it checked out. Listen to their speech. We understand our children, of course we do. But does everybody else? Maybe the other adults are asking them to repeat things. And that's a sign. And a little bit of help along the way goes a long way. First Words is a great organization. They're here tonight. There's opportunities to take your child and have them assessed. Read, 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 and read more. Read to them in any language. Read to them all the time. Help them develop a love of reading. Letters and numbers. Teach them their letters. Talk to them about them. Help them write them. Help them recognize the first letter in their name. Count things. You'll be like the Count. You guys are old enough to remember Sesame Street, right? He counted everything. Count the crayons when you put them in the cart. Give them that chance. Encourage them to be independent, to dress themselves, to make sure they can do every aspect of toileting, because it's hard to look really good and successful in kindergarten when you got your pants down around your ankles. But they want to be successful. They're so proud to show us what they can do. While you're at it, teach them to do the dishes and sweep the floor, because you can't teach them as teenagers. Talk to them about making a friend and being a good friend, resolving conflict. Walk them through that. Help them when you have to, but try to let them do it, because they have to learn these things. Encourage them to take care of their belongings, to pack their lunch. As time goes on, they can completely do it for themselves. Why get involved? It's kind of like what's in it for me, right? Well, when you get to know the teachers and the principal in your school, you get to understand how it works. Our kids aren't really good at telling us what's going on at school. You ask them what you did today, they said nothing. It's a standard line. And when you get to know the teachers and principals, if something comes up that's difficult, you already have a relationship with them. It's not so hard to have difficult conversations. We want to know what's happening at school, learn about what's happening at school council, learn about the great things that are going on in our school that our kids never tell us about. And being involved also gives you an opportunity to meet your child's classmates. Maybe you get a chance to see them in a totally different environment from what you see them at home. You see who their friends are. Maybe you find out who to invite to the birthday party. There's a great book called What I Needed to Learn in Life I Learned in Kindergarten. It talks about things like share, don't hit, clean up your mess, say sorry, flush. But he also talks about when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. And I think that's what we have to remember as parents. We need to stick together because we need one another. Not because our school systems aren't great, it's because our kids are going to try every way they can to get around us. We need to work together with other parents and educators so that we can help support our child together in the best way that we can. There are some great organizations and great links out there for parents. And I've put together a number of them on a page that's on the CSPA website if you didn't get it tonight. People for Education is an awesome organization. They have tip sheets in 15 languages, among those starting school, parent-teacher interviews, those kind of things. It's super. I really wish you well as you make this decision about your child's future. I know I didn't take it lightly, and I don't think you do either. Enjoy this journey, because we're not sending our children to school. It's a journey we have the opportunity to take with them. So enjoy every moment, and have a good evening tonight.